get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to win. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Silver and Black on Thursday night primetime.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020.
Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Raiders! From 6 yards away.
And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Throwing to start the drive. Henderson. James has got it. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henderson.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Henderson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer. Easier said than done, though. Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest. I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down. Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A beautiful fake. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, Henderson. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing on 1st down. Henderson. This will be caught by Brown.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially
against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times, defenses say you can't get you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Off play action. Henderson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henderson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. From 8 yards out.
And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders now set to get the football back. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Henderson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Henderson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Henderson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So we've reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On first down, Henderson steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on second down, Henderson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henderson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Operating from the gun. Henderson.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, Henderson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cannon. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 10-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, they'll throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Carlson able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
To throw on second down. Henderson, he finds his man, complete. It's Cannon, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Henderson.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle with Barkley. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Raiders now down 20-17, 1:11 to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Back to throw.
Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll look to throw.
Gets this to Waller.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.